They beat him, mocked him, and nailed him to a cross. His followers watched in horror, believing everything was over. But 3 days later, the tomb was empty, and history changed forever. It began in the silence of the night. One of his own disciples had betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. In a dark garden lit by torches and steel, soldiers arrived, and with a kiss, Jesus was handed over. The disciples panicked. They ran, but Jesus stayed. They dragged him through the streets like a criminal. False witnesses rose against him. Religious leaders demanded his death. And outside, the crowd grew louder. Crucify him! The Roman governor found no fault in him. But fear of the crowd was stronger than justice. And the sentence was given. The soldiers stripped him, beat him, and mocked him. They forced a crown of thorns onto his head. Blood ran down his face. They placed a robe on him and laughed. "Hail, King of the Jews!" But Jesus said nothing. Then he carried the cross through the city, step after painful step. The weight crushed him. The crowd watched. Some wept, others mocked. And at the hill called Golgotha, they nailed him to the cross. Nails through his hands, nails through his feet. And as he hung there suffering, he spoke words no one expected. "Father, forgive them. They do not know what they are doing." For hours, darkness covered the land. And then, with his final breath, Jesus cried out, "It is finished!" And everything went silent. They removed his body from the cross, wrapped him in linen, and laid him inside a tomb carved from stone. A massive rock sealed the entrance. Roman guards stood watch. To his followers, hope was gone. The Messiah was dead. But on the third day, before sunrise, the ground began to shake. The stone moved, and the tomb was empty. The women who came to mourn stood frozen in fear. Then an angel spoke. "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen." Death had been defeated. The disciples could hardly believe it. But then they saw him, alive. The one who was crucified, the one buried in the tomb, was standing before them. And his first words were, "Peace be with you." They thought the cross was the end, but it became the beginning, because the grave could not hold him. Jesus had risen.